It has been nearly 1,000 years since we were first sent down here to tend the garden, but the tree has yet to bear fruit. Each year during the ceremony of return, my siblings and I congregate and open the garden gates in hopes of finding a bud. But every time we are met only with disappointment. According to historical documents, the tree should have borne fruit decades ago, yet it remains barren. I doubt our toil will be rewarded, but Estuary Arad does not share my cynicism. He is loyal to a fault and will do anything for his king, even if it means damning us for eternity. Unless I can prove to him no fruit will ever grow, we shall be stuck here for another 1,000 years. Okay. So yeah, the estuaries are here to tend a tree. That is what I believe is behind the golden doors. And they're trying to get the fruit to grow. It's some sort of MacGuffin fruit. And it's not growing, and they don't know why. Ow. Yeah, so there's basically a lot of the character development here is that the estuaries have basically been sort of driven insane by the idleness. And these are spike traps. You gotta move quickly across them, otherwise they spike you. So yeah, I gotta remember... okay, we're here already. Wow. First mini-boss. No movement abilities in this area because I want to make sure it's traversable. This one probably is going to be mostly traversable, apart from that room that I opened just to show you what was in there. But the next ones are going to be tough. So this is a mini-boss. These are the Gong Head twins. Ow. And there's two of them. And this fight isn't exactly difficult, despite what I'm doing to the contrary. Like, I've done this hit list before, I think. But not as a Ronin, as like a warrior. Basically, you don't want to have any class... I double jumped there, but I don't really care. Ow. I can face tank these guys for all of eternity. You don't want to have any class that, like, sticks you to the ground when you attack. And there we go, it's over. They really only have 3 attacks. The lunge, the jump, and the making the soul stuff. And the throwing. That's 4, technically. Then you get a golden chest. Yeah. Ronin sticks you to the ground when you attack. You can't move while attacking. Unless you attack in the air, in which case you can only maintain your momentum. So that makes them subpar for boss fights, because you got to really plan your attacks well, but they have a lot of range, so it's pretty decent. But normally I play as warrior when I'm taking on bosses, or knight, or whatever, the base class, whatever that's supposed to be called. Oh, I don't like that route. And I'm keeping a rather close eye out, because this area is very trolly. Like, this area loves to troll you. I don't think I'm gonna need any... I don't think I'm gonna need to use Kotetsu any. Oh, wait. I almost fell for that. I air jumped there, but I don't care. Again, I don't really care. As long as it's not required to get to another exit of a room, I don't care. So that guy, you notice how there's that painting over there, and then there's this painting up there. They look pretty different, right? Like one of them's obviously in the background, and one of them clearly isn't. That's because it's an enemy. And it's a really annoying enemy too, because it flies through the walls and it spins around and it has knockback resistance. But they're pretty hard to see sometimes. Normally when a room is empty, it's not empty, and there's at least one of those painting guys in there. Oh, and speaking of trolls, you see that chest? No, it's an enemy. That's why this is my it's probably my least favorite area to traverse, even though the boss is my favorite, because there's just so much, like, even most of the this is like the toughest spread of enemies too. So you've got all the crossbows. They're called crossbows, not crossbows, because their upgraded versions are called rude woods, and that just made me laugh. Silver chest. I'll just take it because I was over there. You've got the partisan javelin maidens. Partisan maidens are the tier 3 who wander around. You've got enemies that disguise themselves as stuff you don't care about and or want. Then you've got these guys, the slugs. They're normally not too bad, but for me they're actually going to be pretty bad because I can't spin kick them if they're resonant. That's an entry. That's a what is this? Defentry? Entry preventry? Defentry. Entry preventry is the third one. They all end with RY. It's great. Then you have these scrolls that explode when you go near them, which is great. And the mimics. And then you have the bouncy shadow balls wandering around, and ow, I thought, man, gonna need to use Kotetsu here to avoid taking damage. Oh my god, mirror the line. I remember this one. I must mirror the line. Okay, let's go. Let's go. Got it! I got it! With 1 second left. You gotta, mirror the teleporter. So now that I'm not timed, you need to break the wall. You gotta remember to break the wall. So it goes up, I go down. I go over, follow it. It goes down, I go up to the top because it goes down to the bottom. Go over. It goes up to the top, I go down to the bottom. Go over to here. Now it goes down, so I go up. We both meet at the middle. Then it goes this way, so I gotta follow it this way. Then it goes down, I go up. So you're not really like inverse controls. You're only mirroring the up and down movements. So you got to really keep track of it, because it does double back here, and you got to make sure you actually double back yourself. It's a pretty interesting one. I don't see it very often, because I think it's only here. It's just going to be faster and easier for me and for you if I do the quick stuff after I've proven that the slow stuff is possible. And again, this isn't about the bosses themselves. I can obviously face tank the bosses for as long as I want, especially given my current situation of stats. If you were playing this fresh, you'd be able to grind for as long as you want. Okay, this isn't the second mini-boss, even though it looks like it might be, but this is a secret area. So there's a bit of a... These purple clouds are the poison dash clouds, by the way. If I just press R right here at the edge, it makes a hidden platform shimmer into view. Then I can go up here. Technically, you need Shadow Dash to get in here, but this is not actually a mini-boss, this is the empathy. Come to read my memories, have you? Don't be shy, I knew this day would come. I am leaving this memory behind before I succumb to a concoction of my own design. I have made a poison that can kill any being, even one as powerful as an estuary. I don't know who you are, but I pray you understand the nature of the rebellion. The fruit will never grow, but Estuary Arad's loyalty to the king blinds him from the truth. You must kill Estuary Arad, for he guards the Bell of Return, which is your only path of escape. My poison contains the essence of the black roots. It will infect any soul it touches, rotting it from the inside. We were careless, though. Both High Scholar Murmur and I have been infected. In this box, I've placed the vial. I beseech you, ascend the Sun Tower and poison Estuary Arad. It is the only way. You search the box, but the vial is missing. So yeah. And then there's a telescope here. The telescopic lens has been scratched apart by the ash and storm clouds. Through the lens, you can barely make out the gatehouse that blocks the entrance to the Kirkwellian Plateau. Oh wait, you need to press R to activate the platforms. Enoch is trying to get us to free ourselves from the tyrannical blind loyalty of Arad. Arad is still alive. He is not poisoned. I have not poisoned him. I don't think that's a thing you can do in the game. That's kind of the point. The poison vial's gone. Enoch supposedly poisoned himself, but we'll see how well that worked out in a while. Man, this room layout is just the worst. Yeah, I really just need to find the second mini-boss area. Here we are, finally. So, this is High Scholar Murmur's chamber, and this is where we hit our first snag. As you can see, there are void walls here, and you can only get through these by dashing through them with the void dash, which technically we're not supposed to have. So, this is the point where I'm unsure whether or not you can actually progress, because these damage you when you hit them, and you can't even move through them afterward. You can't Kotetsu through them, you can't roll through them, I think. So I think this is the point where we cannot progress any further, because I don't think we can reach Arad or the final guy in the dry lake without Shadow Dash either. So that's interesting. I'm gonna give this a moment of thought. I'll be right back. Yeah, doesn't appear like there's a way to bypass these shadow gates. I had to actually look it up. Doesn't seem to be a way. So this is where our run ends, because we also can't reach the top of the tower, top of the Sun Tower. Can we? We might be able to reach the top of the Sun Tower with Kotetsu, but we might. Yeah, we're definitely not going to be able to clear Fish on Dry Lake, and we only might be able to reach the top of the sun tower, depending on what generation it gives us. So we're gonna add a point to our counter of required relics, or required heirlooms. The Shadow Dash is required here to enter the second mini boss. But we're gonna do it anyway because I just want to show off all the bosses, even if you can't access them. I wanna. Oh yeah. So yeah, you need it once to get into the fight. I'm gonna add a second point to the tally because you need it once during the fight. This is technically the fight. It's less of a fight, more of an obstacle course, but it's still technically a fight. Now, what is important in here is that there are actually 3 chests in this room. There are always 3 chests. One of them's here, and then this is all just the same one during the fight. Technically, we don't need the Echo Boots. We can just normal spin kick up here. Ow. Aerial recovery is not a double jump. Ow. But I'm gonna need the Echo Boots to get up to here because I could have done that better. But I'm gonna have to use the Echo Boots anyway because I screwed it up. You only get 1 chance. So yeah, there's 1 chest under that platform under the spikes, and these are technically resonant. So I'm gonna try not to use the Echo Boots here if I can. But the Shadow Dash to get through those big ones is allowed. Oh man. Ow. That hurts them. That hurts them. Okay, maybe I won't try to not use the Echo Boots because then I might end up not getting to the boss fight before the boss actually dies. So yeah, normally you're supposed to spin kick up these. You need the Echo Kicks to do it. The second chest is right up this wall after the little divot. That is not the spin kick button. Yeah, second chest is up here. Oh my god, I'm an idiot. By the way, I changed spin kicks from shift to E, and I changed the dash from E to shift. And that ended up working a lot better for me, so I'd recommend doing that if you're more used to conventional dash controls. So you kind of do need the Echo Boots, ow, and the dash for this fight. Let's double jump. No, that was an air dash. Yeah, I shouldn't air dash either, because that's technically an heirloom. Oh man. Murmur's not being kind to me. The third chest is right there. You want to make sure you get all 3 chests, and if you really want to be clever about it, which is probably not very efficient to do, but if you really want to be clever about it, you can get all 3 chests, and then die, and then come back here and get all 3 chests again. Because every time you die, the chest is reset, but once you beat Murmur, you can't get back in this room anymore. And that's the second mini-boss. More of an obstacle course than a fight, but still fun. Now we can head straight for Enoch's study if we can find it. And we don't need any heirlooms to get in there. And again, I'm not going to worry about not using my heirlooms during the fight, because it's more about getting to the fights than face tanking them, because obviously I can't face tank them. And also obviously it's not going to really be feasible to get a stats this high in normal new game, but it is possible. I mean, you definitely don't want to spend the time grinding, because like literally you can see I'm level 281. I bought 281 upgrades, and you pretty much, after a point, you need to go through the entire. That does a terrible move. You need to go through the entire map just to get 1 upgrade, and it's going to take ages. Here we are, boss fight. Because I'm going to regen to full when I get into the boss fight. This is my favorite boss by a long shot. This is my favorite boss. So everyone, get ready. Destroy Enoch, the false scholar. And again, I'm going to try and do it using only spin kicks, just because I don't want to have the fight lasting 10 seconds. So we some of these little shadow projectiles around you. You got to void dash out of them. And again, technically I shouldn't have the void dash, but ow. Also technically, I don't want to worry about face tanking. Because you can see, he barely took anything off my health there. Ah, man, really? Poor timing. So he kind of just chases you around and throws stuff at you. The theme is great, and the attacks are really interesting to dodge. Ow. Oh yeah, there's scrolls at the edge of the arena. I'm just gonna knock his health down there because we've spent enough time in this phase. Did I just ground jump there? Why did I ground jump? So now he has void projectiles around him. Oh god, the beam. I forgot about the beam. You gotta be on the right side of that, otherwise you're gonna get cornered. Technically, if you're far enough away, those will spread out enough that you don't need to void dash to dodge them. Oh, ow. Man, I'm cheapening the fight by doing retaliation. Just a few more hits. Gotcha! I mean, the laser's still here. Alright. So that's Estuary knocked down. Or is it? Alright. Enoch down for real. Watch this the mimic again, it just keeps respawning. Yeah. That's a fun fight. Especially when you have to do it with only spin kicks. That's actually a lot more fun than I thought it was going to be with only spin kicks. I thought it was going to be a pain to actually spin kick him when he's jumping, but apparently not. Alright, so now we've got 2 biomes left. We're going to go to the Sun Tower. Now this is where stuff really starts to get rocky. We've already had to add 1, or technically 2 to our counter of Void Dash, and 1 to our counter of Echo Boots to really effectively get through Murmur. Which doesn't, I don't count it, I guess I could probably count Murmur itself as a boss, because you can still face tank it. Yeah, I'll count Murmur as a boss, as like a face tank fight, but you still needed the Shadow Dash once to get in there. And here's where stuff really starts to get interesting, because as you can see there's another Void Wall up there. and we cannot get into the Sun Tower without both the Void Dash and the double jump normally. We can obviously use Kotetsu to bypass the double jump, but we can't effectively get in there without the Void Dash. So we're gonna try to do something a bit different. Man, the game's really being kind to me on these on these class selections. Oh man, I can actually afford stuff? Wait, what? Oh my god, that's unheard of. Man, we're already at an hour and a half. This is longer than last time. We're gonna have to do some real work to cut this down. Okay, so now we're just gonna pour it right back to the Sun Tower. It's already unlocked for us because we paid the pizza girl to do it. Alright. Oh man, really? Ah, I was so close. Haha! I don't need your stinking void lifts. I knew that would work. Well, I assumed that would work. I obviously didn't test it. But now we're in the Sun Tower with my least favorite class. This is going to go through, I'm sure. So the Sun Tower is a very interesting little generation. There's like the exterior and interior areas of the tower, and you kind of like swap between them as you traverse the interior and exterior of the tower. It's kind of self-explanatory, really. Oh man, I hate this place. I really hate this place. I really hate this room. This room is terrible. I don't like this room at all. Please get me out of this room. I don't know why I'm not killing things. I could easily kill things. Like that. Oh man. Of course it's not going to be kind to me. Alright, alright. Oh no, 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 no! Oh, there's a fairy chest in here. I bet this one might actually have, lose no health. Nah, I don't care about that. I don't actually know if you need echo kicks to spin kick off of these. I don't think you do. Because they aren't resonant. They don't have the little resonant thing. They're just crackling with electricity. I think they're like the Citadel ones. Oh wait, no, I double jumped there. Okay. Nah, I can go higher. Man, I can go higher, but so can this area, and this area is just gonna be like this cool hopscotch jump. Oh man, this is the highest it goes. Okay, I don't want to go this high then. And I know I dashed there, but you know, you saw me crossing. I could have easily gone all the way. I just didn't end up. Wow. Okay, this is where things get tricky. Oh man, that was intense. Oh, ow. I gotta make sure I don't die before I get to the top, because this boss fight requires some coordination. Oh no. Ow. Is this the top? This is the top. Oh thank god this is the top. Oh, now I have to fight a rod as a bard. Man. Oh, is this supposed to be the Bell of Return? Well, it's cracked, so I don't think there's any returning for us. Got it, okay. No double jumps or void dashes required here. Normally you're supposed to dash into the purple bubbly things and they shoot you upward. But now we're going to fight a Rod, which is probably the second toughest boss in the game, with just a Bard, and this is going to be rough. I mean, I've done a Rod almost hitless before. But he's rough. Yeah, he has a lot of health. Maybe I'll actually like use attacks against him. The difference between the resonant projectiles and those little shadowy projectiles, which are called cursed projectiles, is that the cursed projectiles can be destroyed by any source of damage, but that includes spin kicks. So I'm just spin kicking them all just for simplicity's sake. Oh my god. Yeah, this fight gets pretty intense. Killed him with a retaliation. That's alright. Normally, I'd never dream of fighting a boss with Bard, because their attack is just so hard to use effectively. There we go, Arad defeated. And then there was one. But technically, we've only ever had to use Shadow Dash, and only even once. So now the sun is shining, and we could, if this wasn't New Game Plus, we could go get the Sun Lantern from the guy at the Dry Lake, but we've already got the Sun Lantern from the guy at the Dry Lake, so we don't need it again. And we're gonna switch back to a Ronin if we can. Yeah. Ooh, maybe not that. Not that trait, please. Because as good as Bard is for the vertical travel, I think a lot of the problem we're gonna have is gonna be tight spaces that the Bard doesn't work well in. Normally there's a guy right here who gives you the Sun Lantern, and then you can drop down into here. Then you realize, even with the Sun Lantern, this place is freaking dark. So yeah, when you first drop into this area, you whack onto this tuning fork thing. It's an attenuation fork. It's basically a sort of a echolocation device. So you see all these white dots on the map? Those are all points of interest, and we don't need to find them all, but we do need to find about all but 2 of them. So let's drop down here. Okay, this is a lore point. I think there's still entries I haven't. No, I've read all the entries in here. There's supposedly a secret area where the accessories are stored, which is over here. But I can't find it. Like, I'm mashing R right now. Like, I'm just absolutely mashing R right now. We're almost at, oh my god, we're running out of time on this recording, but we gotta move. We gotta find a bunch of stuff. Oh, I hate this room. Damage boost for the win. Oh yeah, there are explosive barrels in this place. That was one jump there. Yeah, I'm gonna go up to that one first. Ow. Ow. I really shouldn't be doing that. This place is really finicky because these little mushroom platforms can be destroyed by yours and the enemy's projectiles. I hit that guy. This is the boss room. So it's glad I came up here first, because this was the kind of other directions to all of them. Hello, giant dragon. Child, 1,000 greetings to you. Too many cycles has it been since one has dared venture down here. Those who came before sought the one named Tubal. Why do you seek this vile man? He is not worthy of your remembrance. Curious. Estuary you are not, nor mortal entirely, because of the Hestia's reliquary. Your allegiance evades me. Whom do you serve? No matter, the covenant is the same. Free me from these shackles, and I shall reveal Tubal's location. This is the dragon that normally breathes out the ash clouds that fertilize the Kerguelen Plateau. But he is not anymore. He's chained up. I don't know if that was before or after that started happening. There's a lot of, like, things to do with time. That, yeah, time in general. Like, the timeline of events is a bit... how do I put it? It's not very concrete. Also, screw these walnuts. The walnut guys. They're terrible. They're the worst things ever. I hate them. Okay, so here's one of the places we need to be. And here is, once again, where we need to use another Shadow Dash to get through that wall. One cane to suppress the pepper. So this Onyx Key requires 40 resolve to carry, so it's going to take my max health down a bit. But that's only because I have way too much equip weight and not enough strength to carry it. So I've got very little resolve. Ooh, this is a bad room. I don't want to be in there. But we're going to be able to get our resolve back. Ow. God. We're going to be able to get our resolve back once we deposit the key where it's supposed to go. Okay, here's the other key. You know, I'm going to hold off on grabbing this key until I deposit the other one. Because I don't want my health to go even further down. Like, I'm already at 84% health. If I grab that key, it's going to be another 44% gone. So I'm going to be at like 40% health, and I really don't want to be that low. Because I'm not going to heal. I'm not going to heal to like a relative percentage of health when my max health comes back. Oh man, of course this is the other gateway. Yeah, I need the Pearl Key. That's the other key there, but I've got the Onyx Key. Gotta be careful not to take too much damage, because I am vulnerable. Okay, here we go. Portal opened, and now let's go grab the key. Okay, now normally you're supposed to use Echo Kicks on the saws, and this is way too much difference for Kotetsu to cover, but I'm pretty sure you can still get up here with a Clown Anthropy by kicking off the terrain instead of the saws. So we're gonna not increment the counter ow by 1, because also I could damage boost up there if I really wanted to. If I was really insane, I could damage boost up there, but I don't want to do that. Yeah, I could easily use Clown Anthropy to get up here. I just don't want to, like, spin characters until I find Clown Anthropy. I know you don't need Resonance, you don't need Echo Kicks to kick off the Attenuation Forks. At least that's what I'm assuming, because again, they don't have the Echo Resonance thing. Portal open. Gonna break some of these things to see if I can get a healing item. Because they are found in breakables. No. Okay, that's gonna suck. We're going to do this anyway, because they've got so high stats, because it doesn't really matter. So this is a mini-boss fight again. It's against this guy, Sword Dude, and there's a hammer over there. Ow. Ow. And these guys actually hurt a lot. I should really, like, try. Okay, hammer down, it's just the sword now. This is going a lot faster than all the other times I fight these guys, because again, I'm way overpowered. I gotta keep remembering that these platforms break. Ugh. Alright, that's one mini-boss down. But now we gotta do that again, because there's another portal on another chain. Somehow that breaks the chain. Don't ask. I might want to restore some health before I go in there. I just closed the clip by mistake. Whoops. That's what I get for not locking my mouse to the window. if that's even a thing that will help. But yeah, the arena's different. We've got the Shadow Mushroom in the middle. He shoots shadow stuff. Ow. Shield's really ow. Okay, I'm really not doing it. Ah, my god! I'm so glad I got that extra health. Oh my god, I'm just... Jeez. I know like face tanking is a given a part of this thing, but I don't want to like rely on it as much. That's why I turned the difficulty down to New Game Plus 0. So I could do all of this without worrying about dying. That's the second guy. Really? It always puts the chest on the opposite side that I'm on, apparently. And that's the second chain. Alright. So now we've set the dragon loose, and that makes that one... I don't think I've ever actually fully explored Dry Lake. I'm curious. I know I'm going really over time, but I do want to go down there. See what I can see. Huh. Interesting. I'm betting there's going to be like a scar down here or something eventually. No trespassing. By order of Estuary Arad, Nibiru Deep has been sealed off indefinitely. Scratched into the bottom of the placard lies another message. In memory of Estuary Mehuel. That's his name. Mehuel? I don't know how to pronounce that. To the very best captain and his stalwart crew, today justice was served and vengeance was earned. So yeah, he died in the collapse and flooding of the Nibiru Deep Mines, which is down there. I'm interested in knowing... There's probably a scar down there, I think. But for now, we can just... There's a teleporter here, which is very convenient. We can just head back up to the boss. And here is the hardest boss in the game. In my opinion, at least. Child, you have honor. Tubal, the one you seek, lies within me. Many cycles ago, the noise above grew loud. I awoke to find him here, bound by other men, presented as a sacrifice. I accepted this offering, but Tubal would not submit. He continues to live, poisoning me from within. Confront him if you wish, but he is Tubal no longer. His mind was consumed long ago, though not by me. So, to put that together... Tubal... This guy Tubal, he tried to like kill everyone, but instead they bound him and fed him to the dragon, but he wouldn't submit because he looks pretty poisoned by the black roots to me. Look at all those hands in the background. This is why the boss fight is so hard, because he constantly summons these little guys. So you've got like, oh my god, you've got like, it does provide you with health. Ow. But they each start with 2 bits of armor, so you can't really kill them easily. Ow. And again, this guy has a lot of health, so I'm just going to actually normally attack him. Ow. And try not to die, because he can actually still kill me. He's one of the tougher bosses in the game. And also, he has 3 phases. Oh god, I hate this place. I don't want to be here. Can I stop being here, please? No, I don't want to be here. So yeah, that spiky ball just follows me around everywhere. That's following me around. Ow. You're supposed to spin kick him to get away from that. We've got the ads following you around. As in, like, the added additional enemies, not, like, actual, like, content ads. Although that would be really ridiculous if a boss just, like, spammed you with ads while you were fighting him. Oh god. I know I used the double jump there, but one more time, the bosses themselves don't matter. It's about the getting to them. So yeah, then he makes the arena a bit smaller. I don't like this place. Can I not be here anymore, please? Ah. And there he goes. Normally I do him with Enkindled Boxer, which makes him a lot easier, because Enkindled Boxer basically just throws grenades constantly. And that's the first time, technically the first time I've beaten him without Boxer. So I'm not very good at actually like handling all the ads, because I normally kill them instantly. Alright. And there we are. Congratulations, the world is complete, but your adventure is just beginning. New lords to discover, new bosses to defeat, and new scars to conquer await you within the Drift House. The truth behind the world lies in another thread. Yeah. Alright. Hello, Ladon. Too many cycles have I lain restless. You have brought me great comfort. My gratitude is given. My energy eludes me. I must rest. And there he goes. Alright. So those are all 6 bosses in the game currently. The removed doors are currently sealed, but they're not. There's just a hazard sign here. We're not allowed in there yet because the ending sequence isn't done yet. The final boss isn't ready. So yeah, that's all the bosses. In total, we only had to use the Shadow Dash, and only twice, if you're not including face tanking all the bosses. So this has been a blast. This has been pretty fun. I'm gonna call it here. The recording. I'm gonna play more of this. I'm gonna try and get to New Game Plus 10 by next week, because why not? This is gonna be fun. But maybe by next week I'll have all the scars unlocked, and I'll be able to do an episode on like the scar challenges I find interesting. So we'll see then. See you later.